Hi, Jasmine. I feel really bad because I had an exciting announcement yesterday and I forgot to share it with you. So I'm just going to do it now. And that is, we're going to start a new thing called a Lick Library. And you might be going, well, that sounds really weird. But in the business, in music, a short phrase is called a lick. Lick, just like you think it is, right? And so you might go, oh, I really like that lick. I want to learn how to play it. Or that sounds really amazing. That's what I'm talking about. And what we're going to build is our own library of short phrases that the people in our group, our jazz band, think or sound cool. So we'll put these all together, excuse me, into a library form that everybody can access and share. So I've told you before that great players steal. And what I mean by that is great players listen to other great players and take things from them that they think will sound good in their own playing. And that's what I mean by great players steal. When I was in high school jazz band, my private lesson teacher would give us presents for our like birthday and Christmas, and they weren't things, they were two measure phrases, licks that he thought we would enjoy playing and that he wrote for us, which I thought was great. And then I was able to incorporate some of those into my own playing and then have more vocabulary to use on my solos. That's the idea. So, what we're looking for is short phrases about two measures long. Where do you find these things? Well, you find them from listening, right? I've said it over and over and over, and we've talked a lot lately about it. We need to be listening to other players. You can get these from YouTube videos. You can get these from live performances if you're lucky enough to go to some of those. You can get them from other players in our band. You can get them from other players in other bands. You can create them on your own. You can just by messing around and go, oh, wow, that sounded cool. What did I do? Let me figure that out. You can get them from a friend in a different band. Say maybe they go to a school band and you go, hey, do you have any phrases that you really like that you want to share with me? About two measures long. I don't care where they come from. I do care that you go listen to them or try to find them, because that is what we're trying to build. So here's how this is going to work. Each month, I'm going to collect these two measure licks and I'll set a date that you need to turn them in to me by. And I'll put them all together on one page in MuseScore and notate them as best I can from whatever you give me. And then print them all out and give them back to you. So then you can start building your own vocabulary and being able to play what other people have come up with. I think it's going to be a really positive time of sharing what we know, and it'll be really cool if you hear your lick played by somebody else in our improv time. I think it's going to be a really positive, fun way to connect with each other, even more than we already do. So we need two measures. It would be really amazing if you could also give the chord structure behind it. So maybe this is something that you like to play over a one chord, or maybe over a 4/5 pattern, or whatever it is. Just put the chord symbol on top of those measures. So if the first part is on a 5 and the second measure is on a 1, that's helpful information to know. Go ahead and write them in B flat for now, concert B flat, because that will just be a good starting point for us. We may change that later. And of course, you can always transpose these licks to other keys. Everything can be played in every key, but for our general, let's keep this as easy as possible. Let's try to keep what you turn in into concert B flat. Percussion, you can do this too. You are not excluded from this. You have fantastic rhythm capabilities, and you can change the timbre of that rhythm by moving around the kit. So go ahead and write your licks in standard drum set notation. And then I will include those. The other set player can use what you wrote verbatim. And then the wind players, we can take your rhythms and add our own notes to them. And so it'll work out splendidly for all of us, and we can share with each other. That is one of the greatest things about musicians, is that we really like sharing what we know and what we can do with other people and learning from other people. So 2 measures. Okay, we're going to start this in November. So you have the rest of October to kind of start listening and see if you can find things. And the process is probably going to look something like, you'll listen to something and you go, whoa, that was cool. And then try to audiate or sing what you just heard. Okay, so pick a short phrase, 2 measures at most, that you can sing back. If you can sing it, you can probably play it. So then, after you can sing it, figure out how to play it on your instrument, and then figure out how to write down what you just did. So that's kind of the process. You will not need to turn this in next week, so don't panic about it. I'm giving you extra time to kind of get used to it. And we'll do this for several months and maybe all year if it turns out to be something that's beneficial. So November is when I'll start collecting those, and I'll give you more information about that. But anyway, I'm excited. I can't wait to hear and see what you guys come up with and start sharing our licks with each other. And I really can't wait to start hearing one of the things that you create in somebody else's solo, because that's the ultimate compliment for a musician, is to be copied and stolen from. And this is one case where it's a compliment to have something stolen from you. So hit me up with questions if you are still confused. Don't panic about it. You can do this. It's only 2 measures, and it's going to be lots of fun. So until then, I'll see you next week. Bye.